When Derek was given Super 8 camera as a gift in the late 60s, he set about producing a whole series of films. And I've been occupied in the last 20 years finding a way to not only to preserve and restore that work, but to also make it available widely. The first film that he made was directly linked to the studio that he occupied at Bankside. It's shot and edited in camera, but there's a colour part and a black and white part. The colour part documents the inside of his studio and the people that came and went, and the black and white part documents mainly the exteriors. He experimented also with the speed of the camera and created a film look, which is particular to his filmmaking. Derek was fascinated by Britain's mythic past, and he made this pilgrimage to the Great Stone Circle at Avebury in the early 70s and documented all the remaining standing stones. It's an incredibly beautiful film. Ashdenis Walk on Mon is one of the first real experiments with superimposing. He did just a very crude superimposition. It was two projectors running side by side onto a small piece of white card. You know, even if you make a small mistake, you have to go all the way back again. So it really meant rehearsing, practicing the superimposition, and then refilming it, then waiting a couple of weeks to see what the result was, and then adding that to the final film or the work in progress. I think Derek went on holiday with his friend Ken to Fire Island in the early 70s and produced a long work, and later on refilmed it using a prism. I think it's just a prism held in front of the camera lens, and it throws what was originally a black and white film, or a largely black and white film, up into sort of a multicoloured work. He did that quite a lot, refilming existing films and incorporating them into other newer works. In the latter half of the 70s, he would film around about 6 frames a second, and he'd make a film in a single take, just start filming and continue filming until the end of the cartridge. And a prime example of this way of working is Gerald's film. It's filmed at 6 frames a second and then projected at a slower speed, around about 3 or 4 frames a second. And it gives a kind of very soft, moving, slightly blurring, step motion kind of photography. Derek's legacy for filmmakers is he proved that you didn't need much money to make a film, and that even small films are interesting over time. You know, you might have a small audience when you first show them, but I mean, if it's a good film over the years, you'll always have an audience.